What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the video. So I'm trying to make this work again. For some reason, the last video habit was cut off and it was pitch black. I don't know what happened. My apologies, crappy quality on my behalf. So got a new job, well done job. Love it. Hopefully I can grow with the company. They have a corporate in Dallas, so the plan is to move to Dallas. It comes with its hours, so we talk about 12 hours a day, 60-hour weeks. But I love it. Hopefully it'll bring some income so I can do more shit on the channel. As far as the case swap, it was a disappointment, but a learning experience, and I appreciate every much of it, even if it was a bit of a money pit. Trust me, I didn't spend nearly $2,000 in it, but it was starting to get a bit pricey. So the chassis is bad, core support damage, wiring issues, looked like it was a theft car. The car came from Canada. Even had horrors getting my titles from the state trooper. The state trooper had to come, I went to the DMV, searched me up, they couldn't find me. Processed the title that I had, this was salvage title. Took a while to come back, I wasn't hearing anything. So when I went to the DMV, they told me I need to go and have a state trooper come and inspect the car and see if the VINs match. That situation was passed, but it was just horrors, you know what I'm saying? But again, very learning experience. If I was smart, I should have bought a car from my school and get to work and buy toys and fix cars later, you know what I'm saying? But young, me, I always want to build a car. So the time I got my accident in my D5 S4, obviously I didn't have a car, so I was like, I had this little bit of money saved back. Why not just go build my first K-swap? So bought me the K28-3, was looking for a chassis, found me this DC2 chassis. Intentional chassis was the Electron Blue Pearl EM1. I always wanted the EM1, but the funds that I had at the time wasn't realistic to get a clean ass chassis. So bought the DC2 for $300 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, pretty cheap. So I just went with it, you know what I'm saying? Discovering all these problems slowly but surely, I just really got disappointed. I was just focusing more on the chassis than on the K-swap, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't really the plan. I was buying this, I had the core support there, I bought a brand new core support. So the time it took me to drill it out, having to repaint the whole car, you know what I'm saying? I was spending mostly more on the chassis than on the K-swap. So finally bought me the chassis, one of the chassis that I wanted in my list. It was either K-swap, it was either Miata or MR2. To either have either or first in Arkansas. So got me MR2. If you watched the last video, you probably already seen it. I think you guys watching and commenting on it. Got me a clean ass 92 MR2. This chassis is so clean. Got me a new lens, so I don't know if it's gonna do much justice to my little Sony digital camera, but this chassis is so damn clean, guys. And I paid little or nothing for it. Yeah, MR2s are not special. For me, they are. Very beautiful car. Still can hold its place in today's society as a beautiful car. Showstopper. Obviously it's not a Lamborghini, it's not a Camaro, it's not a Mustang, it's not any fancy car. Anyone can buy an MR2, but the style lines of that car is crazy. You can tell it's a 90s car, flip up lights, spoiler, 15-inch rims, but the car is definitely beautiful. Other than that, I love the car. Potentially K-swap. Gonna take my time with that because I'm still doing a lot of research. My wife was even telling me she's the one that helped me got it. Big shout out to her. If I really wanted to get it, because it's such a clean car. With the K-swap MR2, you may do a little bit of cutting and a lot of fabbing, which I really don't want to do. So I'm still doing my research. Don't really want to mess too much of the structural integrity of the chassis. You know what I'm saying? But even someone recently commented on the last video that I had to take down, saying, don't do anything to it because it's such a clean car. And it's so hard to come by, especially that clean, you know what I'm saying? And I really agree with you, brother. So yeah, potentially K-swap. As far as with the DA9, I got some parts for it, and I'll be honest with you, I really wanted to get rid of it. Nothing's wrong with it. It's still a good car. It's been treating me well, taking me back and forth to work. I've had a few instances, 2 times, where lower ball joint came out. There was no castle nut, so it came out of the knuckle. So I was kind of stranded for a while. Placed it back in, parked the car at the side of the road, got to work. Pretty good, decently late. Other situation was the socket for the axle came out of the boot. Boot was torn and all that, so I had to buy a brand new one, replace the whole boot. That was a fucking headache. Why do that in 2017 when you can buy a whole brand new axle? But I really want the car back up as soon as possible for work, so waiting on ordering it through eBay, it would take a while to get an axle. And nowhere around me had an axle here. No AutoZone, no O'Reilly's, so it was hard to get parts of that car, but they had a boot, so I went with the boot. So it's been taking me to work good and everything, but I want a clean, I shouldn't say clean. I want a simple, not simple. I want a comfortable daily driver. I always wanted 2005 Cadillac CTSV. I'm sure you guys know what that is. It doesn't matter if it's an LS2 or LS6. I always wanted a CTSV. The value for them are pretty reasonable now in the market. Pretty decent 4 figures, not bad car payments. Insurance isn't bad. Already done my research. So I always wanted a CTSV. So the plan was to get rid of the DA9 because I can't have too many cars. I still need to get the DC2 scrapped, but get rid of the DA9, have that as get me a down payment, sell off for $1,500 bucks. It's obviously just a little old Honda Acura. That's 200,000 plus miles. So it's a little integral. I mean, it doesn't really have any value to people outside in this market. So just use that as a down payment and put it towards the CTSV. But I just recently got some parts for it, or potentially if I got another car, B18 motor. Bought me some LSV Tech parts. So I have a B16 head. Previous owner, I already had it tapped out and plugged for LSV Tech. But I'm going to tear it down, take it to the machine shop, get it clean. Got me Cometic and gas kit. LSV Tech kit, sandwich is on the way, sandwich plate and all that is on the way, and dowel pins. Still need to get me my rods, have me some SRP pistons. Still need to get me rods, ARP studs, bolts, miscellaneous, and obviously turbo kit, because I want to do a LSV Tech loose. So I may still keep it, or maybe down the line still gather me some parts and just give me a good daily driver for winter. But that's my content right there, so I may just end up keeping it and get me a little beater so I can get me to work, because knowing me, I'm going to tear that shit down and I'm going to get in depth with it, and it's going to be content so I can show you guys. You guys may not want to see much of the K-Swap MR2. I'm slowly gathering parts and doing much research as I can on that, so that may be a bit slow. I may do a drive around, walk around, little driver review of my MR2, maybe do some cool edits. Now I got a much cleaner wide angle lens for my DSLR, because most of the time I've been using my little Sony camera, which isn't bad, but I'm a content OCD. So be looking out for LSV Tech stuff. I know there's a lot of that already on YouTube, but knowing me, I like to go much detailed in depth in my informative videos and my tutorials. Even if this is my first time, I try as much as I can to help you guys out there just like me. So this is going to be a learning curve for both of us if you're new to doing your first LSV Tech. So I'm still doing my research, try to write down and read and edit as much as I can before I'm going to put it onto the internet and give you guys misinformation. So other than that, not much going on, so if I say keep it or get the CTSV, I don't know, but be looking out for content hopefully, and I just get me a little beater daily driver just to get me to work, you know what I'm saying, because I drive a pretty far distance to work, and my wife, I work nights now, I was transferred over to nights, so schedule, my wife taking me to work may be a bit too hectic for her. I really don't want to put that kind of stress on her because I want to build race cars, that's pretty fucked up, you know what I'm saying? ungrateful, I guess you want to put it. But yeah, hope I can bring more content, guys, keep it more informative. The consistency and uploads may not get back to what I want it to be because I'm busy work and school. Because most of the time I'm tired. When I get off work, get some sleep. Starting to go back to the gym, get back into my powerlifting, me and my wife. Gotta come home, do homework, go back to sleep, get ready for work, you know what I'm saying? So, big people life, I guess. I wish I had the good YouTube life, buy cool cars. Depend on YouTube money, but I'm not that kind of guy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not insulting nobody, but I just can't do that. Don't know when YouTube's gonna fail. So I'm just trying to live out my dream on building cars as much as I can and just document it to you guys. I still want to be the cool YouTuber, meet you guys and travel and, you know, not having to work much. Take the risk, buy expensive cars and making my YouTube money and maybe have a little job on the side, pay for it, but that's a big risk that I can't take, you know what I'm saying? So now that I have a job, you know, I can show you guys, you know just go get a job. You know, it may take a few hours, may take some sacrifice going out with the friends, buying cool shoes, clothing, phones, games, all that. Xbox One X just came out. My Xbox One here is gathering dust, and I want the One X because knowing how I'm a Microsoft guy, I just want the new One X. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta sacrifice that, you know what I'm saying? I want the new iPhone X, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta sacrifice that for the car parts. So it's one of those things that, you know, so it's a long process journey of just, you know, building cars. Sometimes I want to leave off work early because I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? I want to go home, do my homework, get that caught up, but I know, man, I want to make those hours and get those money. So at the end of the day, I know it's going to pay off getting those car parts and still get my bills paid. You know what I'm saying? So, don't want to bore you guys out too long. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for commenting on the last video. Much appreciated. You know, the channel's going. You know, a little subscribers gained. It's not a fast going channel, but still a learning curve. And whatever I can change, and you know, whatever advice you guys can give me out there, I'll take it. You know, if you guys can tell, I'm a very humble person, not cocky. So, you know, whatever you tell me, I won't take it to heart. And by the way, before I leave, I know something going. But if you guys have been through Hurricane Irma, you know, my deepest apologies. Hope you guys have it well. Not as bad. My parents have been in the hurricane. My wife's family's been in the hurricane. I'm from the Caribbean, and if you guys already know that, I've said in some of my previous videos. I was born here, but technically that's my first home, Antigua and Barbuda. Barbuda got Irma pretty bad, Antigua not too bad, mostly tropical force winds, but Barbuda got the eye and the brunt, so they got that crazy 100+ mile winds. It was crazy, category 4 or 5, something like that. So she was a crazy hurricane, man. And Jose, I think, came behind but diverted a bit, and I think there's another one storming up in in that ocean. So it's crazy, man. This hurricane season is pretty fire. It's pretty hot. But it's coming to a rest and it's getting colder, so but, you know, let's see how it is. If you guys are in Florida, so guys like Zosh, I know these guys that watch my channel, but Zosh, Micah Baroness, Honda Street Garage, I hope you guys are safe. I've been watching the channel, so Josh is still Josh, Micah Baroness still doing his GCA, still has the STI, and Honda Street's doing his K-Swap. So those guys are pretty safe. Other YouTubers that I don't know in Florida, hope you guys are safe, and regular people, you know, you guys are just regular viewers, you know, hope you guys are safe. If you guys lost property, you know, again, my apologies. You know how it is in life, you know, shit happens. Sorry to say it that way. You know, natural disasters, you know, there's nothing we can do. But just, you know, be strong and just try to rebuild back and just keep the faith, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know, like I said, you know, some of the small islands got it pretty bad. So, you know, I've been in hurricanes, but I haven't been in one in a while. So, but my family, they're safe. Like I said, the big island didn't get it as big. Antigua is bigger than Barbuda. Barbuda holds like 1,600, so it's not, you know, Barbuda got it real bad. You know, unfortunately, the smaller part, you know, this small island. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. Thank you.